Was convicted on a RICO statute, RICO Racketeering Act, which is the Racketeering, Influence, Corruption of Organization Act, which actually consisted of a number of charges stemming from 1976 to 1981. They indicated that they charged me with 6 armored truck robberies, the liberation of Mutulu Shakur, using illegally gained funds to finance camp for black children in Mississippi, to send material aid to freedom fighters of ZANU, and to finance public mass organizational work, and to put a acupuncture clinic in Harlem. Were part of the so-called enterprise I was accused of financing with illegally gained funds.
And what were you convicted of
I was
those
convicted
charges?
of every single charge in the indictment, which consists of 9 charges.
You mentioned some assistance to freedom fighters?
Yes.
Where?
In Zimbabwe.
What is the nature of that crime? What is the criminal content in offering assistance to freedom fighters?
They allege, well, first of all, there is a federal statute of Neutrality Act, the Violation of Neutrality Act, which is a part of the federal government's uses to ban people from participating in foreign countries or governments that they do not approve of. And so at the time that ZANU was fighting for its liberation, it was considered a terrorist organization or terrorist formation by the United States government because, as you know, it supported the Rhodesian government, the white minority government. And
is ZANU the organization that Robert Mugabe headed?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And ZAPU was headed by Nkomo?
Joseph Nkomo.
Yeah.
We supported the liberation across the board of the Zimbabwean people. We particularly had an interest in ZANU because ZANU showed an interest in our efforts to hands across Africa, black people here, and African people in Africa working together around common interests.
You keep saying we. Who's we?
We, I consider part of the black liberation movement, national liberation movement, and anti-imperialist white people in America who felt that they had a specific role to overturn some of the imperialistic nature of the United States government and to go to oppressed nations and hand out, and offer support and allies to their government. So we felt that working together, it was an important example to United States citizens that black and white can work together around specific goals to help the end of oppression in certain countries.
When were you arrested?
I was arrested in February of 1986.
What were the circumstances of that arrest? What were you doing? Were you underground at the time?
I was living clandestinely, living underground from 1982 to 1986. I was hunted on the FBI 10 Most Wanted list and the Interpol list, me and Sister Nahande Dibitu.
Why were you living clandestinely? What started that whole process?
After 1981, there was a attempted armored truck robbery in Nyack, New York. That armored truck robbery became a basis for the Joint Terrorist Task Force to target specific people involved in the Republic of New Africa, Black Liberation Movement, and May 19th and other organizations, to target them as leaders of these organizations to be a part of a conspiracy. Fulani Sunni Ali, who was a member of the Republic of New Africa, was targeted as being part of the armored truck attempt in Nyack, New York. Based upon a history of being involved in the COINTELPRO investigation, as you know, we did with Dorothy Perry in the 70s, and Geronimo Pratt's case, and Asada's and Deruba Moore's case, clearly I was aware that the targeting of black nationalists by the FBI was a significant issue to be concerned with. So we made a choice that some of us should maintain a presence and some of us should be clandestine in order not to be entrapped into a counterintelligence program. So I went under in 1982 in order not to be involved in that conspiracy.
All right. I want to get back to that and how it evolved even to that stage, but I want to get out of the way the status of your appeal. You are appealing the conviction of all of those counts, all 9 counts?
Absolutely.
And what is the essence of that appeal, so we'll understand that clearly?
What we are facing here is a issue of whether or not the proofs of this case, the factual evidence in this case, supported the verdict. I was convicted of every armored truck robbery, which I think consists of 1 in Pittsburgh, 1 in New Jersey, 1 in Inwood, New York, 1 in 2 attempts in Connecticut, 1 armored truck robbery in the Bronx, 1 armored truck robbery in New York, the death of 2 policemen, the death of a guard, and the escape of Mutulu Shakur from the liberation of Mutulu Shakur from prison. Now, the evidence that the jury convicted me on was the fact that my name was listed as a visitor for Mutulu Shakur in New Jersey Clinton prison. The only other collaborating evidence other than my name honestly put on a book in order to visit Mutulu Shakur.
On the day of the breakout?
No, not on the day of the breakout. On a number of days, I visited Asada, as you know, as a part of being a part of her appeal process for the conviction in '76. I visited Asada in Rikers Island when she was arrested, and out in New Brunswick when she was shot out there and arrested after Zaid was killed in 1973. I have consistently been a part of her legal defense. I felt that the only other evidence that they produced to indicate that I had anything to do with Asada's liberation was the testimony of an informant. And this informant said that I was a part of the planning and the execution of the operation of the liberation of Mutulu Shakur.